Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. Together we make Tastosis, the casting archon. This is Code A section of GSL.
Feels a little bit more like Code S today, though, because we got one of the
players.
most crazy Zergs in the world playing today. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's thank our sponsors, Tasteless.
Dear sponsors, dear Sony Ericsson, thank you so much for sponsoring our tournament. We really appreciate it. Without you guys, a great event like this wouldn't be possible. Please check out our premium services, which you can get at gomtv.net. But I guess they would probably know that because they're watching this on gomtv.net right now. All the money that you pay in the premium services does go to improve the stream. We already have improved the stream starting with the new year, and we have been getting some very positive feedback. If you're still getting lag or difficulties with the video buffering and stuff, let us know so we can improve them. Now on to today's matches.
Well,
yesterday's matches. I was just testing you guys. All right, very well.
Code A, we had ST Squirtle take out Terius Foyu, and JSL Zenith lost to ST Foyu. So, one Foyu up, one Foyu down, Tasteless. Foyus all around.
That's right.
Tasteless.
Now on to the Code A round of 32, day 4 matches. We're going to have Cezanne versus Liquid Red against...
Free for all.
Against Loner Prime. How do I say his name, Artosis?
I'm Pee-Pee.
I'm Pee-Pee, okay. It's not I'm Pee-Pee. So that's going to be an exciting series here. Liquid Red from Sweden, a member of Team Liquid. A member of Sweden. A member of Team Sweden. A member of Team Liquid. Site teamliquid.net.
From Netherlands.
From the Netherlands. Oh my God. You're right. It's Jinro from Sweden. Oh boy. Am I red-faced?
Oh, Tasteless.
Oh, no.
Hide yourself.
I am so sorry. From the Netherlands. And I got to say, he's a very talented player. Artosis.
He is. He is amazing, and we're about to go ahead and look at these player intros anyways and tell you all about these two guys, Cezanne and Rhett.
Here is his opponent,
OGS Cezanne. Cezanne actually, in the first season, he almost took out Hong and Prime, lost to him 1-2, and then in Season 2, he actually lost in the first round to, well, the other guy we're seeing play today, I'm Pee-Pee. But he's actually quite a good player. He's got some pretty strong Zerg. More economy-based than some, less economy-based than others, but definitely a player that's quite good at Zerg vs. Zerg, which is going to be his match today.
Yeah, he barely made it in to the Code A.
Yeah.
He was in 2 round of 64s. And here's his opponent, Liquid Red.
And this guy barely made it as well because he only came over for Season 3, made it all the way to the round of 32. Rhett, you don't know who he is. He was already in Korea for StarCraft 1, one of the best players in the world, truly. Just an amazing, amazing Zerg player. So naturally talented, naturally skilled. No one argues that.
No, he's so gifted. He's one of these guys that in StarCraft 1, he would kind of show up. And Australia loves Korea.
That's right.
That's right.
They do.
They do. It's true. USA loves Korea, too. Yeah. So does the Netherlands and Sweden, too, since we already talked about that country today. Anyways, yeah, he's one of these guys.
Speaking of countries, hugs to Bulgaria.
Oh, yeah.
They were
some
asking
Bulgaria.
That, so.
Oh, somebody messaged you on Twitter.
Some Bulgarian guys were like,
well, you got to spread the love. We're moving through this pretty quickly now. We're going to throw the maps up on screen.
Jungle Basin, Shakuras Plateau, Zelnar Caverns. Well, it's Zerg vs. Zerg. They both removed Delta Quadrant because that is such a weird map in Zerg vs. Zerg. It's Zerg vs. Zerg. I think Jungle Basin, it's a good chance we'll see Hatch first. Shakuras Plateau, almost certainly Hatch first. And then Zelnar Caverns, I think we're probably going to see one base play. But, of course, that can change. There is some sort of rock, paper, scissors feel to a lot of ZVZ. So you got to be careful about that. It's a kind of volatile matchup. So even though Rhett is like this amazing behemoth of a Zerg, one of the best Zergs in the world, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Whereas Cezanne is a very good Zerg, but I think doesn't quite measure up to Rhett's levels.
No, I think he's sort of in the shadow of Rhett right now as far as Zergs go.
Oh, certainly.
But
that doesn't mean that Rhett has this in the bag. It's going to be a hard matchup. Match is going to start, though.
Get ready for some ZVZ action here. Code A at the GSL with Tastes Center. And we're on. Our first Zerg player in the red, representing the team OGS. Somebody who trains actually a lot with his opponent is
OGS Cezanne.
Here he is.
See, I wasn't lying. Over here in the upper left, our player from the Netherlands, all the way out here in Korea from the site teamliquid.net.
Liquid Red.
No, we need to have is solid red. We have the Metal Gear Solid series complete.
The Australian guys. We're off stomping enemies of Team Liquid, Rhett. That's not actually what it stands for, everybody. That's not how he made his ID. Rhett's actually been around since like 2001-ish.
So, Zerg vs. Zerg, it's a one-on-one map. Their overlords are going off to the proper locations. One thing, though, is that on this map, you don't really get to get the overlord inside their base. You usually have to scout them with Zerglings.
Yeah.
The queen could pop right out and kill up the overlord.
Yeah.
Unlike a map like Scrap Station.
Very true. It's a much longer distance to scout. Doesn't mean that we'll see drone scouts. Drone scout doesn't happen every game in CVZ. You don't really have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but of course, then you're going to lose the valuable minerals that one drone can get.
Quite true. Well, it looks to me like Cezanne is going to go ahead and go hatchery first. In the meantime, Rhett doesn't want to do that. He's instead going to go for a more standard, well, used to be more standard build. I guess they're both pretty standard nowadays, but pool and a gas. So some interesting things to know. The rocks are actually very big on this map at the back of the expansion. So if Rhett wants to go speedlings, even roaches aren't going to be able to outrange them. You actually have to get creep over there and put up a spine crawler, which obviously that is not a good answer to Zerglings attacking your rocks, so you're just going to have to make a lot of units as well. Will Rhett do that? Not sure. Just thought I'd let you guys know about that little intricacy of this map.
No, it's good to have these important little facts out here so we can all learn together. By the way, if you guys are new to StarCraft, I recommend you check out my brother's show, Day 9 Daily.
Yeah.
Great,
It's a great
educational show. But also check out GSL. You gotta watch GSL.
Absolutely. It's the best.
So we did have a drone scout here. Cezanne did actually send that out.
Yeah. And Rhett, he does have some Zerglings on the way as the pool does finish up.
Does look like Rhett's gonna go for Zergling speed and get his hatchery a little bit later.
Now, speed expansions, those can be a little bit risky. If you go just Zergling speed into expand and your opponent has gone hatchery first, they can actually just make a couple drones, get their speed, and overrun you with lings. You have to have more than just Zerglings off one hatch, just sub Zerglings off two hatch.
Whoa, nice micro there.
Yeah, that was actually beautiful micro. But some more Zerglings coming in as Cezanne's rally up. Rhett has to withdraw. Cezanne should block his ramp at this point. And it looks like he's going to go Roach. That's some valuable information that he's going to want to keep away from Rhett.
Oh, he jumped down the ramp. Rhett wasn't quite prepared. You got to be very careful. Ling HP is so important in early Zerg vs. Zerg. Looks like Ling speed is done.
Indeed it is. Some Roaches on the way for Cezanne. And
I like that overlord positioning by Cezanne. He can check and see exactly how soon the minerals are being mined by Rhett.
And Rhett also going Roaches. So his are going to be a little bit later. And Cezanne, of course, does have that extra hatchery already up. But here's the funny part. Rhett actually has made a lot more drones somehow. Rhett is up to 26 drones against 21 of Cezanne's. So Rhett's economy is actually going to somehow be ahead of Cezanne's. I do wonder, you know, he made, I guess, his Roaches just a little bit faster. And there are those Zerglings I was talking about. Roaches will not be able to stop that.
That's an interesting fact. I would have sworn that a Roach would have been able to get. I guess he could have get if it was the bottom corner versus the other bottom corner. But yeah, that's right. I guess you can position.
Yeah.
Zergling's over there.
There's a little area, maybe 3 or 4 Zerglings are roach-proof hitting the rocks on this map.
So our orange Zerg Cezanne or red, depending, whether or not you're colorblind or not, I don't know, is going to go ahead and move out with his own lings. But it does look like Rhett is going to be blocking the ramp here.
That is right. Now, Rhett continues to stay up on the drone count, 32 against 28. Doing a really good job of managing his economy. Cezanne going to start attacking these rocks as well. And that can be quite annoying to have your rocks being hit. You're like, well, I'm eventually going to have to deal with that. It takes a while for Zerglings to get through because obviously the rocks have armor. But, yeah. It's, Zerg counters are...
I'm allergic to Zerg Berserk.
It's too bad.
Great matchup. So these rocks are going to be getting down low pretty soon here.
And Rhett actually isn't really even scouting them, as we just saw there. Rhett trying to peek in at Cezanne's expansion. Cezanne just keeps on making roaches, and it looks like, Cezanne just going to move out at this point. He's got 12 roaches to Rhett's 5. Rhett at 44 drones right now. I cannot believe he actually has made this many drones. That's crazy.
Is he actually going to just get overrun here? Unless I'm mistaken, I don't think he can actually stop that.
He is making a lot of drones, but he just threw up 2 evolution chambers, so he's got to be careful. He might want to cancel
I think he's
upgrades.
actually just going to get run over.
He very well may, Tasteless.
I think he's literally the guy's just going to send roaches at him and win. I don't...
Little bit too greedy here so far from Rhett.
And
a lot of Zerglings on the way as well.
Oh,
a bunch
man.
more being made by Cezanne as he rallies them up. And yeah, Tasteless, I think that this might just be a GG.
I think, yeah, this is just a very straightforward game. I think Rhett was too greedy. Now let's see, though. Let's see if he can out-micro him here. The other roaches are not coming up from behind. The rocks have been taken down.
Oh, man.
No way in hell is Rhett going to win this game. I'm sorry to say, and I don't see it happening. There it is, GG. Whoa. He just got a little bit too greedy.
That is actually normally the story of how Rhett loses games, unfortunately. He loves drones.
Yeah.
It's been the same in StarCraft 1. It's the same in StarCraft 2 now. He just makes too many drones. He's like, well, in theory, you should actually be still making some drones, so I can make just a few more than how much you should make, and I'll be ahead. But that does not always work. Sometimes people like Cezanne are just like, all right, arbitrarily, this is enough drones. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And it worked out perfectly for Cezanne, but the thing is, if Rhett had made, let's say, 5 more drones than Cezanne instead of 20 more drones than Cezanne, he has more than enough roaches to stop that.
Yeah.
He has a better economy. He has upgrades going. It's a slippery slope, though.
The thing about Zerg versus Zerg is, Zerg in general is the more drones you have, the better your econ. If you guys are new to StarCraft, I do feel the need to explain this. I do want to make the show newbie friendly. If you're making drones, you're not making attacking units. Obviously, everything comes from the hatchery. It's why when you get in a brief skirmish inside the guy's base, you want to pick off a few drones. So he has to remake the drones. He can't make attacking units, or if he does make attacking units, his economy's behind. Rhett really pushed it there, though.
Yeah.
But we don't have any more time to talk about this because this game is about to start, so get ready for some more ZVZ action and see if our player Liquid Rhett can play a little bit better or if OGS Hussein is going to move on in this tournament. Here at the GSL with Tasteless and Artosis, sponsored by Sony Ericsson.